Hey guys, it's Victor Costa. How you doing? Here I am getting ready to go to the gym, and I always grab a bottle of water. I drink that water before I head out to the gym, and then I actually bring the bottle with me, and I'll refill this 2 to 3 times throughout my workout, and then I'll drink some also on the way home from the gym. Merely taking a little slurp of water between the sets while someone else is waiting to use the water fountain is not enough. I would really suggest getting some more fluids. Drinking before, during, and after your workouts is very important. You want to stay hydrated. Water delivers nutrients throughout the body, and well, we can certainly talk about that another time. I wanted to get into the workout here, just give you a sense of what I do before I head out to the gym. So here I am doing dumbbell curls. Right before this exercise, I did straight bar barbell curls with about 100 pounds. And here I am in another area of the gym doing dumbbell curls with 40-pound dumbbells. And I am using a little bit of body English in the beginning of the movement to get those weights up. I'm not using form that's throwing me out of control or diverting those weights from really making a connection and a dialogue with my biceps, but I am using a little bit of exertion and body English to get those weights moving. Behind me, actually, there are two pillars, and oftentimes I'll see people using those pillars as a framework for their exercise, to stand against that pillar in a very strict way and do curls. And I would actually suggest using anything like a wall or a pillar to inhibit the body's natural movements. I would say you should do bicep curls freestanding. You want to do them in such a way that you are able to move freely, have a degree of flexibility in the body. If I were to stand against a pillar using this weight, that would actually throw the weights forward and put extra stress on my lower back. That is extremely unnecessary. Between the exercises, I like to wait about a minute to a minute and a half, and that's a strict minute to a minute and a half. I really use the clock, or I'll use my watch to gauge that. If you're not using a watch or a clock, you'd be surprised that you're not waiting very long in between the sets. A minute to a minute and a half is a nice amount of time to recover from that set and put the most amount of effort into your next set. Here I am doing set number 2. Using still a little bit of that body English. My body is getting slightly fatigued. I'm 5 sets into my bicep workout already. And of course, you can see that I'm struggling to a degree, breathing heavy, really making a face and grimacing, right? But still trying to keep a relatively strict form. Back to the timing in between sets. Of course, if you wait 2 to 3 minutes between sets, you may feel refreshed going into the next set, but you also may feel a little bit out of the rhythm of the exercise, or a little bit out of the rhythm of the workout. So why don't you try a minute and see how that works, and then maybe next workout try a minute and a half, see how that works, and then the next workout try 2 minutes and see how that works for you. I really wouldn't go beyond 2 minutes. You may have noticed you might get engaged in a conversation with somebody, and that conversation lasts a little too long, throws you off your game. So I would keep it at 2 minutes most. So here I am getting ready to do another set, just kind of hanging out, posturing, flexing the muscles in between the set. I always remember Arnold's videos of him in the movie Pumping Iron, flexing a little bit between the set to kind of get that little extra flow into the body. We can address the breathing. Now, although my breathing is not really evident here, for the most part, I do try to exhale as the weights come up. And if you notice that your breathing gets out of sync and you get stuck, you'll notice that exhaling as the weights come up really does allow the weights to move better. So you can use your breath to help move those weights. If you exhale as they come up, you will find that the weights move easier instead of holding your breath. Of course, when things get really tough, it's hard to focus on that. But like I said, if you ever get stuck, you let the air out, the weights suddenly move. And here I am kind of getting fatigued and at the end of the workout. And when I can't move it, that's it. Like I said, you train to failure, not heart failure. Here, posing and flexing and posturing a little bit for you guys. Again, I'll wait a little bit between the next set, about a minute, like I said, to a minute and a half. And the next exercise that I'm going to do is the concentration curls. And I will tell you that I don't do these all the time. You know, I think there was a guy named Lance Dreher, and I used to admire his biceps and his arms, and I would look at some of the exercises he did, and I know that he did those concentration curls, and I know Arnold did those concentration curls. So I decided tonight, let me give this a shot. I normally don't do this, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. I also wanted to do something for the camera in case I had a little bit of a discovery of how great this was. So here I am doing it with 30-pound dumbbells, and I'm kind of struggling, especially at the end of this workout. I'm throwing a little bit too much body English in this, more than I'm accustomed to doing. So after doing this, I noticed that I want to lighten up a little bit, and I wind up using the 25-pound dumbbells for a little bit because I can feel that I have more control of it. In a sense, even though it doesn't look like I'm throwing my body out of control here, I know how this feels. I don't like how this feels. This isn't how I'm accustomed to training, and I feel as though the weights are moving me as compared to me moving the weights. But when you do want to move up in weight, every now and then things are going to get a little bit sloppy because you have to test yourself to see what you're capable of. For the most part, you want to stay at weights that you control rather than weights that control you. So here I am in my element using 25-pound dumbbells, and although those seems light, I am really in control of this. I'm deciding how I want to move those weights, how I want those weights to feel, and I'm deciding really the posture of my body as compared to the weights pulling me down, right? I'm deciding on this form and how I'm doing it. So that's the scoop. I did a few sets of this, really just to see if I was going to have a discovery of that I wanted to do these more often, and the reality is that I didn't, to be honest. I wanted to try something. I continue to experiment even at this stage of the game for me, and although I kept going back for more, I kept looking for different ways to maybe incorporate this into my workout, and the reality is don't think I'm going to. May try it another time, doesn't mean it's off the table, and I'll never try it again. Just for now, I don't think it's going to be a part of the regimen that I use for my biceps. Although it looks like I'm really getting some work in there, the reality is it looks better than it actually feels. So I'm sensitive to that, and I want to do the things that feel the best. Bodybuilding should be comfortable, not easy, right? Things should flow along a line that feels good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wish you all the best. Peace, love, and muscles. Visit me at Vic's Natural and say hello on Facebook. Take care of yourself. Bye.